Hi, everyone. It's Brenda Geary, and this is my very first time going live on YouTube. So I just want to make sure that I am where I think I am supposed to be. So give me 1 second, please. I hope that everyone's having a fantastic day. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Yay, I'm here. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is my first time. So thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for your grace. So hello, YouTube family. My name is Brenda Geary, and I wanted to come on here today and talk about GLP-1, natural GLP-1, the health benefits of GLP-1, and so much more. So my name is Brenda Geary, and my background was I was a corporate human resources person for many, many years, almost 20 years, and then I got sick. And so if you are familiar with my YouTube channel, you would see that I post a lot about health and wellness. I post a lot about activation, and I share my story quite a bit, right? And I tell people so often that I'm sharing my story because I don't want people to have my story, that story of being in bed 20 hours a day, being on 24 prescription medications. Okay, that's not good. That was no way to live, right? So for what happened to me, it was basically I woke up one day in June of 2004, and I woke up with hives, welts, rashes all over my body, and chronic itching literally from 2004 to 2011. And then my immune system was further compromised, and I developed fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, fatty liver. I developed chronic vertigo. And it was just really hard to be me, and I was going to the doctors, and the doctors, I grew up in a family of 5 kids, military family, right? And so we grew up with the idea that when you get sick, you go to the doctor's office, and the doctor will give you a prescription, and you do what the doctor says. Well, I was doing what the doctor was saying when I was at my sickest, and nothing was helping. Nothing was helping until I was introduced to natural wellness, until I was introduced to another way of thinking that was not the traditional way of thinking. And I was introduced specifically to the concept of activation. And so activation, how is it different from supplementation, right? So supplementation, the idea is you're taking something to make up a difference. You're supplementing something, right? As it relates to your health and wellness. But when you talk about activation is the science of looking at the pathways in the body that specifically have responsibility for, certain, whether they're your antioxidant enzymes, your mitochondria, whatever that is, right? And turning those systems on, because as we age, those systems stop working as efficiently as they were when you were younger, right? And so the idea is let's turn those systems back on. And then the body, you guys, our bodies are amazing. And our bodies know what to do when we give them the right tools, right? So for the longest time, I've been sharing my story and really focused on helping people to be their own best advocate, helping people to, speak up for themselves, right? And so, like I was saying, I started off with all those health challenges. I ended up taking a medical retirement just so I could really, really focus in on my health and trying to get back to Brenda, right? When I was on all those meds, I literally gained 107 pounds. And I tell people I was unrecognizable to myself, right? I was unrecognizable to myself because of all the side effects of all the medications, high doses of prednisone, doxepin, Wellbutrin, venlafaxine, just you name it, I was on it, right? But it wasn't helping. There were Band-Aids, right? And so, that was really tough. And then on top of all of that, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, stage 3 breast cancer that was in both my breasts, and it was in my lymph nodes. And that was, I had to fight that fight, right? So I'm now 13 years out, and I have just become a passionate advocate for breast cancer awareness, breast cancer prevention. I've become a passionate advocate for teaching people about cellular wellness, because you have more control than you might think, right? And so, because what the science tells us, and when I work with a lot of medical professionals, what they've taught me as well is that 95%, roughly 95% of disease and dysfunction is really based on environmental factors. The air we breathing, pesticides, fungicides, we're eating processed foods. We've got, all these toxins in our environment. Those are really driving 95% of disease and dysfunction. And then another 5% is really based upon genetics, right? It's genetics. But you also can have control of whether that genetic piece is actually activated or not, right? So leveraging the science of nutrigenomics, and that's just simply using nutrition to impact how our genes express, you can actually take control of that, and you have more power than you might think, right? So I got my health back. I'm passionate. I do have some brain fog, guys, because I went through chemo. I went through really, really aggressive chemo and radiation. So sometimes I have a little bit of trouble pulling words from back here, so give me some grace for that, please. But so today I wanted to hop on here and I want to talk about GLP-1. A lot of people, there's this huge craze out there right now about GLP-1. And a lot of times people, when you mention GLP-1, they're thinking that people are referencing a shot, an injectable. They're thinking Ozempic, they're thinking Wegovy, they're thinking Mounjaro, they're thinking semaglutides, right? Those are GLP agonists. And what that means is that those products are simply attaching to the receptor, and then they're mimicking the behavior of the actual GLP-1 hormone. But GLP-1 hormone, we actually have that in our bodies, right? In our gut, in so many places, right? So as we age and we're subjected to environmental factors, et cetera, that GLP-1 hormone production goes down. And GLP-1 hormone is what sends the signals from our gut to our brain, letting us know that we are full, letting us know that we are satisfied, letting us know that I've eaten enough. That GLP-1 hormone communicating with our brain communicates that we are satisfied, that we don't have cravings, and it lessens what's called hunger noise. Do you guys know that hunger noise is, you've had breakfast and you're already thinking about what you want to have for lunch, what you're going to have snack on, right? You're actually full, and yet you're thinking about what's in the refrigerator. What am I going to eat next, right? And so that's what's called hunger noise. And when our GLP-1 hormone is down, we don't have that signaling happening, right? So a lot of people have taken hope in those GLP agonists, right? It is a huge market. It's about projected to be a $49 billion market this year. And it's going to grow to over 140 billion and beyond, right? There are over 100, people are spending, I have some notes here just so I can remember. People are spending over $173 billion addressing the diseases and the health challenges that are brought on by being obese, being overweight, and all the medical challenges related to that, whether it's high blood pressure, diabetes, any number of things, right? Arthritis, joint pain, et cetera, right? So people are excited about those shots because it gives them hope, right? And I was 242 pounds at one point, like I said, and I remember literally when I felt like I was exploding out of my body because I just kept gaining more and more weight as I was on those pharmaceuticals, right? So I have an understanding of the desire, that wanting a solution, right, to help lose that weight. Unfortunately, yes, it provides a weight reduction solution, and it comes with a lot of side effects, those are tough for folks, right? But they continue to take them because of the hope of wanting to lose weight, right? They'll put up with the nausea, the throwing up, even up to stomach paralysis, right? Gastrointestinal paralysis, right? So it gives them hope. And then people are paying $500, $1,000, $1,500 out of pocket. And maybe if insurance covers it, still expensive, right? With the hope. And then what we know is that for many people, as they continue to take those shots, over time, they develop a resistance, if you will. They kind of plateau, right? So the solution is for the doctors to give them a higher prescription, which results in more and more side effects, right? But what if there was a way that you could actually activate the actual GLP-1 hormone? What if you could actually activate that GLP-1 hormone naturally with plant-based ingredients, without the side effects, without the prescription, without the injectable? Would you want to know more? Would you want to know more? And that's why I'm here today. I wanted to share about that. So let me go ahead and share my screen because I want to show you some images and I just want to share some education with you. And then for those of you guys that might be interested, if what I'm saying resonates with you and you want to learn more about this all natural GLP-1 hormone activator that we launched, and by the way, it just blew our socks off. The demand for it was unprecedented. So if you are interested in hearing more information, my email will be in the description. My a number that you can text me. But if you would like to know more, don't hesitate to reach out at Brenda@BrendaGeary.com. Brenda@BrendaGeary.com. Also, I'm going to be coming on live more frequently. So go ahead and hit subscribe so that when I do come on, you guys will be able to hear and as I share some more updates. Okay. So let me go ahead and share my. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. Okay, I think that I have this. I do. Okay, awesome sauce. Let me go ahead and minimize that. Okay, so this is just, sometimes I share my story with folks and they say, there's no way that you were that sick, but this is just a picture of what it used to be like, what it felt like to be me, right? And then, the medications, being in bed, the cancer journey. And then I tell people, what if you can take back control of your health? Because this is what's possible. Because if I had said no, and if I had continued to go down the route that I was going, I wouldn't have been able to do what I do now. And I would have continued to just be suffering. So I say to folks, and I remember when I was first introduced to the idea of activation and the first flagship product, I thought to myself, what if this could help me? What if it could give me my life back? And I'm so thankful that I said yes, because now I get to spend time with my son and my bonus sons and my husband and my nephew. I mean, my godson, my grandson, and then my husband and I, we get to travel and just, live an awesome quality of life. So let's talk about GLP-1. GLP-1 stands for glucagon like peptide 1. And it's a hormone in our body. And you can see here on the graph that it impacts so many different functions in our body. And so GLP-1, as I was saying earlier, it communicates via the gut-brain axis. It's telling your brain that you're full. And it also helps you to control hunger. It quiets that food noise that I was talking about. And it just gives you more control. The cravings don't control you. You actually have more willpower. And it also slows the rate at which your food leaves your stomach, helping you to feel full longer. And then also it balances blood sugar. So you're avoiding those spikes, right? So there are a lot of health benefits to GLP-1 hormone. You know what? Actually, guys, you know what I could do? Let me do this real quick here. Because how's that? Let me do this one. No, I'll do this one here. I'm exploring here, guys. Let's do that instead, okay? That way you can still see me in the screen here. And again, this is my first time doing a presentation this way. So yeah. So as I was saying, GLP-1, the GLP-1 hormone has so many health benefits. It's not just about weight loss. So let's talk about some of those health benefits. Certainly, activating the GLP-1 hormone is going to result in safe weight loss. It's going to help you to maintain that weight loss because that signaling is happening. GLP-1, the science tells us that there are a lot of cognition and memory benefits to it. And quite honestly, you guys, you can tell that I do have some, some recall challenges. One of the things that I personally was most excited about with this product is the ability and the excitement that I have about me being able to focus more, being able to have more recall, being able to have my stream of thought get better, right? So for me, one of the main reasons I am doing this is specifically for the health benefits. So for the brain cognition benefits. So also there are gut health benefits associated with it. Heart health benefits associated with GLP-1. Do you know that there are actually cardiac patients that are prescribed Ozempic? And they're being prescribed Ozempic not because they have a weight challenge issue that's being addressed. It's because medical doctors know that activating the GLP-1 hormone has heart health benefits. So now all of a sudden, we're able to think about that person that has a heart health challenge that now is going to be able to take an all-natural product that's activating that GLP-1 hormone, and they're going to be able to receive these benefits without being on a pharmaceutical and without potentially having all the negative side effects. It also impacts insulin resistance. GLP-1 plays a key role in improving insulin sensitivity, which helps the body use glucose more effectively. It helps with metabolic syndrome and the group of conditions associated with metabolic syndrome. And ladies, this is for you. This is for you. It helps with balancing hormones. It helps with balancing hormones. So if you're a woman that is going through perimenopause, premenopause, you're going through menopause, and you've got the muffin top, the weight gain, the hot flashes, the inability to sleep at night, this is going to be, being able to activate that GLP-1 hormone is going to be absolutely perfect for you. So the company came out with an all-natural GLP-1 activator. It is powerful what we have our hands on here. Absolutely powerful. So in a human clinical trial, it was a 12-week human clinical trial with 60 participants. They had all the participants, well, actually, there was a group that wasn't. They were the control group, but everybody else was taking the system, right? And after 12 weeks, here's what they found. There was a 140% increase in GLP-1 on average. 140% increase in the actual production of the hormone. Production of the hormone, not mimicking it, right? But actually turning it on. There's nothing else on the planet that does that. We're the first to market on being able to increase your body's own production of GLP-1 hormone by 140%. And in the study, the participants, they were able to lose 9 pounds in 8 weeks and up to 25 pounds in 12 weeks. The idea is to lose that weight safely. And have you guys heard that there are so many individuals that are on Ozempic and some of these other products where they're losing the weight, but they're also losing huge amounts of muscle, right? And they're calling it like Ozempic face, Ozempic body, where it's just kind of like this, the weight, the skin is flabby, it's crepiness, etc. So in that human clinical, they found that 100% of those who lost weight maintained muscle. That is huge, absolutely huge. And then for those in the study, 27%, there was a 27% reduction in visceral fat. That visceral fat is that unhealthy fat that surrounds our organs. There was a 5% reduction in body fat. And this product is patent pending. Did you guys know that if you, it was really funny. If you guys Google, I went to Google, right? And I Googled, what is there an all natural product that increases the body's own production of GLP-1 hormone naturally by 140%? Google's response was no, that there's not. So remember, this product came out just a little over 2 weeks ago. So we are so far ahead of the curve that not even Google has caught up to us. That's how far ahead of the curve we are. So yes, Mr. Google, it's time for you to get updated, because there is a product that's naturally increasing our body's own production of that GLP-1 hormone by 140%. Here's some other takeaways from the human clinical study. 82% of the participants felt like they were able to take back control of their relationship with food. What if you could have that? What if you were able to feel like you were able to take back control of food? 95% said that they had reduced sugar cravings. I'm that person that loves chocolate. I love my sweets. And I shared on my Facebook stories just yesterday that I went to the mall yesterday, and I was walking by C's Candies. And I saw I'm passing the store and I see C's Candy, and I'm that person that loves toffeeettes. I absolutely love the toffeeettes. And there's very seldom an opportunity where I will pass a C's and not go in and buy a canister of the toffeeettes, or maybe just buy the half one, right? So I was walking by, and you guys, I looked at it. I could smell the chocolate, but I wasn't interested at all. I didn't stop to buy chocolate, and it just felt so good. And there was nothing. There wasn't even a craving for it. There wasn't even a craving. I thought that was so awesome. 96% of the participants felt like they were choosing smaller portions. 85% felt less hungry. 90% said that they ate less at meals, and 85% are saying that they now eat for health versus emotions. And that's so powerful, because the folks that I've been talking with, they're actually, somebody said, well, should I take this? Because my biggest thing is, will it help to control emotional eating? Well, based upon this human clinical trial, that's a really, really good possibility, right? And then also the other thing that we're hearing is that people are saying that they're spending less money at the grocery store because they're not eating as large a meals. So let's take, you know how they say pictures speak 1,000 words? Let's take a look at some of the photos from the human clinical trial participants. So here you have 2 women that were part of the group, the group, and you can see their baseline, and then you can see what happened for them at week 12. You can see that they're standing the same way. One of the things that we tell people when they take pictures is we want to be in integrity, right? You want to be in the same lighting, with the same posture and all those types of things. So you can see here, same posture, and just the difference in how the visceral fat has gone down. Baseline here, another person here, you can tell the difference for her. Here are 2 gentlemen. You can absolutely tell the difference in his stomach here, from here to here. And then here's another gentleman, and you can just tell how their visceral fat is going down. I will tell you guys that I took my measurement. I started on the product 2 weeks ago, because that's when it was available to us last Monday. I started 2 weeks ago Monday. So this is now the beginning of the second week, right? And so I am using one of those Renpho Ellis 2X scales, whatever it's called. And it measures, it doesn't just give you weight, but it also gives you a bunch of other numbers that you can monitor, your BMI, your visceral fat, your muscle, your water. It will give you a measurement for your metabolic age. So many things that you can track. And what I love about it is they're not 100% accurate, but they give you a baseline, right? Because it records your information. So I started it 2 weeks ago, Monday. I stepped on it today, and I've lost 5 pounds on the system. I've lost 5 pounds, but it's not about the weight, because when I look at those numbers, like my visceral fat is down. My fat content is down. My muscle is improved. My metabolic age has improved. There's all these numbers that are telling the story of what's happening inside of my body. And that's exciting for me. Okay, so they had the human clinical study, right? And you saw some of their photos. Then there were a group of people that were on a consumer trial. And so I wanted to show you some of the photos from that group of people. So this is my friend Angie, and you can see here her progress. Lost 5 pounds, so far 2 inches. These photos are 12 days apart. This is my friend Kim, and I love her story because she has a very similar health journey of a lot of autoimmune challenges that she has been able to regain her life because of activation, because our company has a number of products. It's not just one product, right? But she was able to regain her life. And even so, she still struggled with weight, even though she was doing all the right things, right? Eating right. She's one of those, she's a crunchy person, right? You guys know what a crunchy person is, right? Very natural, based on natural, wanting to eat natural things, wanting to make sure that the ingredients are clean and that type of thing, right? So she's doing the right things, but she's not losing weight. So now, you guys, look at her photos. Down 15 pounds in 7 weeks, 4 inches off her waist. Look at that. And actually, I think there's one more photo that's out there, you guys, but I don't have it. And I guess when I go live next time, I'll share it with you. But the joy that the joy in her voice when she shares her story, the idea that she's got control, that food doesn't control her, that now she's able to release this weight. And again, she's releasing it safely without a pharmaceutical. Here's another individual here. You can just see the difference right here. Like, this is huge. This is another friend. Her name is Shauna. She's got a story similar to Kimberly, right? Where she's doing a lot of the right things, but she just couldn't get the scale to move, and she just wasn't able to release that weight. So here she is. She's in 4 weeks, she was down 16 pounds, 5 inches. And again, there's another photo that's out there. I'll find it and I'll share it the next time that I come on live. But this is just giving people hope. This is absolutely giving people hope. And here you have a photo here, day 2, day 9. And this is our friend Dawn. And for her, you know, it's not just, this is not for a person that wants to lose just huge amounts of weight. This is even for the person that simply wants to release some visceral fat. And you can see it. And again, the lighting's not fantastic, but you can just see it in how she has slimmed out here. And then this is my friend Marcy. And this is her before and after 30 days. She went from 173 to 166. A few more folks here. Day 1, day 3, you know, down 14 pounds, 3 inches. Another person here down from 239 to 207. And then our 2 more people that I love. Sean Poe is one of our friends, and he is fit. And he says that I'm not taking this product because I have a ton of weight to lose, but he wanted to reduce his BMI, right? And so being on the product, you can see here, he was on the product for 24 days. His body fat went from 18.5 to 16.2, and his biological age, metabolic age went down. And then our friend Tyler, who Tyler is Tyler. Tyler loves his libations. He loves his snacks. And he basically said, I want to be on the trial, on the consumer trial, but I'm not going to do anything different. So he starts the products and he finds himself eating less snacks. He's a big M&M person. He finds himself eating less snacks, but look at what happened for him. Who in your life, who's the man in your life that either has some weight to lose like Tyler, or maybe just wants to hone in and reduce BMI, right? Who is that person that would benefit from being on these products? And then here's another friend of ours, Dr. John, who is down 5.8 pounds. You can see the 1.3% down on the fat. And then our other friend, Gloria here, 6-week transformation. What I love about what Gloria did is, and she's a nutritionist. She's an expert in, she's actually an expert. She actually did a webinar that's on my YouTube channel. It's here in the YouTube channel. It's Gloria Brinker. And you can actually listen to her webinar because it's fascinating. She actually is able to take deep science and make it easy for people to understand. But I love what she did. She had bought this dress that she couldn't fit. And so she decided that that would be her benchmark for seeing what her progress looked like. And you can see here in 6 weeks, she went from it fitting like this to this. She's down 10 pounds, 6 inches off of her waist and 3.5 inches off of her hips. So let me see here. Let me stop sharing my screen here. There's always a learning curve. Okay, so I'm excited to share that. And guys, thanks for watching this, because this is like I said before, it's my first time. I'll get much better. I'll get much smoother. But I wanted to come in here because I know that people are looking for a non-pharmaceutical solution to lose weight. And we have a non-pharmaceutical solution. It is backed by a human clinical trial. It's patent pending. And the feedback from users is amazing. And I love it. So let me just show you what it looks like. It's a 2-part system. Looks like this. MB Core and MB Enhanced. These 2 parts work together, right? So the MB Core, a person takes 2 of these caplets 30 minutes before they eat. 30 minutes, actually. They take 2 caplets 30 minutes before they consume any calories. So I just tell people drink it with water, right when you get up. I actually put it next to my bed and I have a glass of water, and that way when I get up first thing in the morning, like if I go to the restroom and come back, etc., and I know I'm going to still be in bed for a little bit longer, I just put this at the bedside and I take my 2 pills, drink my water, and then by the time I'm ready to get up, the 30 minutes will have passed, and I can then, go ahead and have my protein shake that I like to have in the morning, right? So the caplets look like this. So again, a person's just going to take 2 of these. They're not too big, easy to swallow. Okay, so a person takes 2 of those. And then we have what's called MB Enhanced, and it's not a protein shake, right? It's not a protein powder. It's a mix. It's a powder that's got a lot of ingredients. Like we're calling it like a fiber powder, but it's much more than that. It's got kombucha in it. It's got MCT oil. It's got flaxseed oil and a bunch of other super healthy ingredients. And what a person does with this is, throughout the day, a person is going to have 4 of these scoops. And what we do tell people, however, is when a person first starts it, they're just going to have 2 scoops. And this is what they look like. So not big, okay? Just like this. So a person's going to have 2 scoops. And then after the first 7 days, a person will move to 4 scoops a day. A person can take all 4 scoops at the same time, and they can be mixed with anything. People are mixing it with coffee and using a frother to get it to blend. People are putting in the protein shakes. People are putting it in any like sparkling water of their choice, a mineral water of their choice. We have a brain drink that helps with mental focus, mental concentration. It's a nootropic, right? It's helping the brain. So, and they come in different flavors. So what I've been doing with mine is I've been using our Axio, and I've been putting the MB Enhance with it, and I've been using it that way. Recently, I also started to blend it with some frozen berries. And the other thing that people have been doing is this. It blends so easily with things, right? So I actually had seen a few people that they were blending it with yogurt. And I love crunch. I'm a person that loves texture. And so what I did is I actually had some Greek yogurt. I put 2 scoops in it. And then I added some healthy granola that I got at Trader Joe's. I mixed it up really good, added a lot of granola. And it was like a healthy snack, healthy dessert for me. And I really, really like it. So for me, I'm that person that will get the munchies, the crunchies in the evening. And so for me to now have a healthy option is really good. Another little tip for you is this. Are you that person that might get hunger, noise? You get your cravings more in the evening, right? A way that you can manage that is you can actually, those 4 scoops you're supposed to take, those 4 scoops you're supposed to take, you can actually split those up. You can do 2 in the morning, 2 at night, and you can even, and the reason for that is when you take the 2 at night, then you will be able to kind of silence that hunger noise going into the evening. So that's one of the reasons I like to have the 2 scoops, maybe around 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, sometimes 5:30, but I always do it before 6. So that way I know that it's in my stomach and it's going through the gut, and literally I'm that night owl as well. So I can control that hunger with, by taking it. And sometimes I do it in the yogurt, like I was saying, and then other times I just, blend it with a smoothie. So I hope that this has been helpful information for you. Again, I love that this system, number one, it's science-based. I can always trust this company to have science behind backing all of its products. I trust the ingredients. I trust that that things do what they say they're going to do because I've experienced it for myself. And so if you're looking for a non-pharmaceutical option to activate your GLP-1 that is super, super affordable, reach out to me at brenda@brendageary.com. Brenda@brendageary.com. My information is in the description. And here's the thing. If you are an esthetician, if you're a holistic wellness expert, if you're a gym owner, if you are a nail tech, if you're anybody in the wellness sector and you want to be able to offer your clients a product that is safe, effective, and that they're going to be able to achieve their health goals through it, I'm looking to partner and add more partners to my team. So if you'd like to make additional income, and by the way, there's no stocking product. What I love about this is it's so easy because the company made a 3-minute video that describes the GLP-1 system. So when people ask me about it, I send them that 3-minute video. I send them the human clinical. I send them some before and after photos. I let them take a look at that information. And then if they want more information, I answer those questions. But otherwise, I just give people my replicated link, and then they're ordering the product. And so for anyone that's got a salon, if you're a salon owner or a wellness expert or naturopathic doctor, chiropractor, et cetera, this is an awesome way to bring additional income into your wellness center, into your practice. There's been a couple of spas that I've been talking with recently where they offer the semaglutide and they offer Ozempic, and now they're excited to take a look at this system here because, again, it's going to be a safe, non-pharmaceutical option for them to offer their clients that is not a synthetic without all the yucky side effects. So if you're a person that would love to add income stream, let's have a conversation. I'd love to be able to answer any of your questions. So again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing more of these videos. I'll be answering questions. And again, if you need to reach me, take a look at my information in the description. Thanks, guys. My inaugural YouTube journey is a wrap. Have a good day, guys.